Hello everyone, welcome back to TechFlow Media. Today we are diving into part 9 of our complete Siemens Electrical Designer tutorial series. In our previous video, we wrapped up our deep dive into a motor loads, right? So learning how to create them, select the right protection device and configure cable characteristics. Now that we have mastered the motor load only, it's time to move forward with other type of electrical loads. Today our agenda is all about configuring frequency converters, that is VFDs, in Electrical Designer. Today in this video we will see how to configure the Siemens frequency converters, that is Dynamics series, and in the next video we'll see how to configure the other manufacturers VFDs. Okay, so you can see here I have created the project, right, as usual, and now I will click on the new IC infig. Since our today's agenda is to focus completely on the frequency converter, just click on the frequency converter and you can see the frequency converter load is created. One note here, remember to configure your main infeed section according to your project requirement, right? As mentioned before, we have dedicated video covering infeed configuration, so we will skip that step today and focus purely on the VFDs. Now to configure the VFD, click on the frequency converter. Let's click here. So sometime it will take time to load all the VFDs. Now you'll notice two tabs at the top, properties, right, and the load parameters. So if you click on the properties as usual, where you can rename your load, and the if you want to rename, you can rename it here. Now come back to the load parameters. See here the Dynamics drive system heading. You'll see the standard message explaining that this configurator helps select control devices and perform cable dimensioning just like it did for the motor loads also, if you see this message. And also you might see a few warning messages initially, but don't worry, these will automatically clear once we finish setting up our parameters. Okay, so let's look at the parameter sections. So if you see here, we have these four parameters sections. We'll see one by one. The first one is infeed parameter. So this section is read only as it inherit settings from the main infeed. In the basic configuration, we have three filters or parameters, we can say: type of load, manufacturer, and select frequency converter drive system. So first one is type of load. So here you can verify the load type, frequency converter, and select your manufacturer also. So currently today's agenda is to understand the frequency converter. We will keep the frequency converter as a type of load, and the manufacturer Siemens. We have the other option also, but we'll see it in the next video. Select the frequency converter. We have here only one option, so keep it at as it is. And now the next section where we have the warning. This is a most crucial um, you know filter section, we can say. So the device selection, you have two ways to select the drive system, right? So if you know that the exact article number, then type the complete part number. For example, let's see here, I will just type this article number here, 6SL311, and just click outside or press the enter button, and you can see here the tool will auto select the exact drive. You can see it here, right? If you don't know the exact number, simply type 6SL. I will just remove this one and click outside. So simply type 6SL, the general prefix for Dynamics drive system, and um, the tool will generate a full result list of all variable frequency drives, right? For this demo, let's select any one of this list. So let's select maybe 20 kilowatt. Yeah, now we have selected the 20 kilowatt VFD from the list, and we'll go down. So once you select a drive, the tool automatically populates several key parameters. So if you see here, these are the key parameters. So the phase connection set to 3-phase based on our selected VFD, rated power of the drive system, set to 20 kilowatt also based on our selected VFD, then ambient air temperature of the device, The standard operating range of this device is between 10 degrees Celsius to 60 degrees Celsius. We will leave it at the standard default value, that is 40 degrees Celsius. Then line side current of the drive system automatically calculated with respect to the power. Then a rated current of the drive system, the tool automatically applies a 25% safety margin to the line side current, that is 34 into 1.25, that is 42.5 ampere. This final current rating will be based on the select our downstream protection device and dimensioning the cables. Then last parameters group is advanced configuration. Let's open it. So we have three filters here: location of the load, so set to inside cabinet by default, which is standard for the most drive systems or drive installation. If your drive installed outside of the cabinet, you can select the outside cabinet. Then a part of the resulting current calculation, if you select yes, it means that the current is added to the total infit calculation indicated by the summation symbol here, right, in the single line diagram. Then maximum allowed voltage drop, set according to your project standards, typically between 1% and 30%. So now our all parameters are set, but if you see in the load feeder, we have warning message. Let's click on the load feeder, and the warning says that cable dimensioning is not possible because the section does not contain a short circuit protection device. And now we know that how to add the device, right? So go to the electrical designer and click on this plus button, and you'll then electrical designer will open the device catalog with these group of the protection devices. And here under the suggested device combinations, Siemens is suggesting one approved protection device. I want to go with that, so click on that device, and if you see here, device is added, the cable dimensioning also auto generated, and our frequency converter is ready now. So with that, we are now confident in configuring both the motor load and frequency converter, right? So now what if you don't want to use the Siemens VFD, but you want to use a local brand or other manufacturer, right? The TI selection tools, uh, electrical designer allows us to allows us to do that as well, which we will see in the next video. Thank you for watching Techlopedia, and we will see you in the part 10.